InArt has dropped another figure, Ron Weasley from Harry Potter, and at the end of the video, I'm going to show you an upcoming tease that you haven't seen yet. That's right, guys, we're back. InArt's dropping another banger. It looks fantastic. I have photos. It looks amazing. I have a standard version. We have a deluxe version. I got photos. I got details. I got accessories. I got all this stuff. Let's talk about it right now. First off, we're going to take a look at the deluxe figure. And the deluxe figure is going to include the rooted head sculpt. The standard figure is going to include the sculpted head sculpt. Outside of that, it's pretty much the difference. Let's take a look at it right now. The rooted version up first, and the expression on Ron's face is absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. I'm just happy with this one. Like, we don't get a lot of smiling, faces that look like fantastic. This one they absolutely nailed, especially from the first film. I mean, if we get, we have a lot of photos to go through, so bear with me on this thing. But it looks quite good. I mean, the backdrop, little diorama piece they got back there, it looks fantastic. But the expression on the face is what we're here to talk about right now, and it looks freaking fantastic. I will definitely be going for the rooted hair version, no question about it. Although the sculpted head version does look really good. We'll take a look at that later on in the video, but this looks great. Now, you may not remember this, but this jacket he's wearing here is the jacket he wore on the train when he first met Harry, and this is his older jacket from Hogwarts, and I guess he somewhat borrowed from one of his brothers or whatnot. I can't remember exactly where he got it, but it's one of those older ones, and it looks good as well. Definitely oversized for little Ron here. Moving on, here's the back of this jacket or cloak. I guess it would be a cloak. It's a jacket. It's cloak. I think it's cloak. You see, like, typical InArt styling, typical InArt stitching. It looks great. It looks to scale. It doesn't look oversized and baggy and everything. It looks beautiful. And this cross stitch they've got going on, or I guess cross hatching. I'm not sure what the texture of that. There's a heathering. Anyway, there's a name for that, and then out there in the fabric world. Looks pretty good. And here we go. Here's one of the bases we're going to have here. Again, if we back up photo-wise, you got this little backdrop thing. If you want to add to it, you can. Yeah, there we go. A little wood piece that goes on top of it, like a little wood floor and a backdrop. And then you've got, here's just the base. Now, no doubt, InArt's going to be using magnets on this guy. No question about that. That's going to be a thing. And for this one, you don't really need crazy dynamic poses out of Ron if you're going to use the stand. I think this looks fantastic. So it does come with two books, the potions books and the magic books that he's studied in school. You're going to have two of those. This looks great. And then obviously you're going to need a wand. So let's zoom in here. Look at this expression one more time with the sweater vest thing going on, and then we've got the wand and it just looks good. It looks great. I'm a fan. I'm a big Harry Potter fan in general. Love the films. So adding this to the collection along with Harry later, I guess next year, I'm pretty excited for that all around. So here we go. We've got his binoculars. I mean, just the tailoring's on point. Even though you're adding layers and layers of clothing on this guy, it appears they downscaled it really well. So here we go. We've got some cards here with his gummies. If you remember that as well, he had those little gummy candy things that made him do weird sounds and whatever. But here's a bunch of frogs and stuff going on the ground. Those look pretty cool. Dig that. And again, if you take that large jacket off and the cloak and whatnot, it's a pretty slender figure. It looks to scale. It looks like they've downscaled a proper 6-scale body, or created a 6-scale body for a young person. And again, the expression seems to work on all of these photos. Pretty cool. There's another one, him with a gummy. Look at this. He's got to have a hand specifically for that. And here's a whole pile of them down there on the ground with the little open box. That looks cool. Tailoring. I'm in. Are you guys in on this thing? Are you guys in on the line? Like, I'm in on the line. Harry Potter, and then when eventually they get to Game of Thrones, like it's over for me. I'm screwed. But here's Ron. Here's the expression. Let's get a little more detail in here. Now, clearly we're going to have movable eyes. That's definitely going to be a thing. But the rooted hair here and the color and texture they got on it looks brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I'm a fan. Yeah. I'm calling it. This is the one I'm getting. I freaking like it. I do. Here's the backdrop, and you're going to get a little table there for the chess set, which we haven't seen yet, but it does come with the chess set from the first film, the sorting hat, and then you get the stand with the stand we saw earlier, and then you get a little backdrop thing you can put on top of the stand. So there's that. That's pretty cool. So you may want to use it, you may not, but there's all the little pieces. Here's Scabbards, looking all kinds of cool. Now, Scabbards is not rooted, he is sculpted. I think that would have been next level weird, probably really crazy, difficult, and expensive to do to have a rooted hair Scabbard. Or I guess it would be flocked. He's more of a rat. But anyways, there's that. Again, looking good. I haven't seen an angle of the head sculpt I haven't liked yet. Pretty good there. We got some more ice cream candies and things going on here. There's the table there with all the different candies he's got on there with his jacket with the backdrop. I dig it. And the sorting hat. Now, this is pretty cool. I like that. I'm not sure how it would pose mine. I guess when it finally shows up, we'll figure that part out. But overall, I'm liking the sorting hat. I'm probably would use the sorting hat more with the sculpted hair because I wouldn't want to mess up the rooted hair with the sculpting or the sorting hat. Probably wouldn't want to do that. But I like it. I think it's an absolute requirement. If they had not had that in there, it would have been a huge fail. But I think that looks pretty good as well. Now, there is another figure. I'll tell you, there's another figure teased in these photos. I'll show it to you at the end. It's a kind of a big deal. Well, it's another figure teased, so stay tuned. Getting back to the photos, we've got Ron here leaning on the backdrop. Now, I am curious how they haven't managed to do that with the magnets and the base. And I guess they're not really, I'm not sure. But they did it, so pretty cool pose. Scabbard. And then there's the back. So you're going to have the front wall there. And if you want to have them posed on the outside of Hogwarts, there you go. I guess it could be in the courtyard as well. I dig that too. It looks pretty good. With his new cloak. If you notice that, it's got his new cloak there. That's pretty good. So there's the chess set. There's Harry. And they're posing on, playing a little game of chess. Now, in the description of this parts and accessories this thing comes with, the chess board is accurate to the exact pieces as you would expect from InArt. Also, one of the chess pieces moves, so you can do that, but I don't think all of the chess pieces move. I think which was fine because I wouldn't want to set them up, but I'm pretty sure all of them but one piece are attached to the board, so we don't have to worry about knocking those over. That's a pretty nice touch, and to be able to move one or to have them holding it or whatever, that's pretty cool. But there you go. There's another backdrop with a little side table on the back if you want to put stuff on it or have them leaning on it. Kind of dig that. And then here he is in the sculpted hair version with his new cloak. Now, the sculpted hair version looks really good too. It's exactly the same. The only difference is the hair. That is it. That's the only difference. So we'll kind of get into this. We'll back up. We'll zoom in his head sculpt. Like it's exactly the same. And they styled it. Like the sculpted hair looks brilliant. Now, my problem with the sculpted hair, and I have mentioned this when they announced Harry Potter, was eventually they're going to get around to Hermione. And Hermione with sculpted hair, I feel like I don't think I'd be interested in that. I think I'm only interested in a rooted hair version. So I wouldn't have a sculpted hair Harry, sculpted hair Ron, and then a rooted hair Hermione. That might be kind of weird. So just rooted hair, all of them for me. But you may not care. You might not be a thing for you. But this looks pretty stinking good all around. So I have literally no complaints about this figure. None. I like the expression. I like the movable eyes. I like the hair on either one of them, whichever one you like. The tailoring is brilliant. The accessories, what you get, this is the sculpted version. So you get pretty much the same stuff there. And let me back up. Was there a photo? Hold on, let me back up one photo. I don't want to tell you guys wrong. All right, so there's the rooted hair version. It comes with the diorama backdrop. That's different. And then here's the sculpted version. I don't want to give you guys bad information with this regular backdrop. So I guess that there's a bit of a difference other than the rooted hair. I'll verify that here in a little bit. Here's the accessories. The chicken legs from that one scene you met Nearly Headless Ned, or Nick. Nearly Headless Nick. And that looks pretty cool. You've got the candies, you got the wand, binoculars, you got books, you got sorting hat, you got a table, scabbard, you got a chessboard. And then he looks really, really good. What are you guys thinking? Is this something you're picking up? Is it not? Are you going to get the rooted hair? Or are you going to get the sculpted hair? There's the chessboard with the chess piece you can move. That looks brilliant. There we go. Deluxe version. Here's everything. I knew I had a photo in here with everything. The deluxe version comes with, well, everything. Whatever you get. Comes with everything. And the standard version does not come with a diorama backdrop. So I think I mentioned that earlier in the video that the only difference was the rooted hair. So I'm correcting myself on that one. So if you stuck around for the end of the video, congratulations. But there you go. There's the difference. You got a diorama backdrop if you want to use it, and you don't if you don't. So there's that. Okay. So I did tell you there's another figure teased in these photos. So let's get on to that. This figure will be up for pre-order tomorrow or maybe today. I can't remember when I'm releasing this video, but whenever I'm releasing the video, it's announced. You will have to get one from, this is not a WB figure, a Batman figure. So it's not going to be available in the States. It's not going to be available. I think it's only available in China and Australia, licensed wise. So if you want to get one of these, you're going to have to go through a different retailer to be able to get one for yourself. I will be getting mine from Pop Collectibles. That's where I get my stuff. So there's that. If anybody was wondering about that, I think we talked about that with the Harry Potter figure months ago, but I teased you guys with another figure. So let's take a look at the other figure, and it is Hermione. Now, Hermione here, you can see with her cat, you can see with the matching diorama backdrop. Although Hermione's currently posed on Ron's backdrop, and Ron is currently posed on Hermione's backdrop. She's got a wardrobe, and there you go. But here we go. I know what you're going to say. I know what you're going to say. That rooted hair is going to be a win, and I know everybody's looking at those knee joints. I know it. I don't know if that's final. I have no idea. I don't know the answer to that. What I do know is I'm a little conflicted on that one. If they gave her seamless joints on the knees, that would create different I'm not sure. Historically, not a big fan of those. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe there's I don't know. We'll see. Not my favorite. I'll be honest with you, not my favorite. Is it something I can overlook to complete the set? Probably, but at this point, as awesome as InArt's doing things, that Gandalf was amazing, the Pattinson Batman's amazing, the Ron Harry, they all look amazing. To have the sculpted or the exposed joints, yeah. A little bit of a miss. We'll see. We'll see how it turns out when we finally get some product photos of that one. But right now, take a look at Ron. Let me know your thoughts. Are you going to be getting Ron sculpted, rooted, or you're not? Let me know your thoughts on. I already know your thoughts on the exposed joints. I already know. You can put in the comment section down anyways. If you want one of these, pre-order Pop Collectibles. Link in the description below. As always, collect what you like. See you next time.